Craig here from Your Tech. 8bitdo has reached out to me to review their controller. This is the Ultimate 2C wireless controller. I'm quite excited to review this. I have already reviewed the Ultimate 2 wireless controller from 8bitdo, which is my daily driving controller on my PC. And this is a cheaper alternative, but from what I can tell from the specs, should give quite similar performance. So I'm going to unbox this, see what it's about. I'm going to use it a little bit and see how it compares to their flagship Ultimate 2 controller. Let's get into it. This is the unboxing for the Ultimate 2C wireless controller. Inside this lovely box, we have got a host of accessories. We have got a light green cable, a wireless dongle, a user manual, and the controller itself. The user manual comes in several different languages and is massive. USB A to C cable in light green is about 1 meter long. It matches the color of the controller and the wireless dongle perfectly. As we unpackage the controller and remove all the protective bits, you'll see this lovely mint green colour with dark green accents that looks absolutely fantastic. 2 additional shoulder buttons, L4 and R4. My first impressions are very good. It connected seamlessly and instantly and worked straight away. The triggers have a bit of a short travel distance on them, but are very, very reactive. You can gradually apply pressure for when you're doing some kind of driving in the game, and they work and feel really nice. The shoulder buttons have a really nice click, and you can properly tell when you've pressed them. Same with the face buttons. Very, very reminiscent of the Xbox controller and the face buttons that are on that. The joysticks, dead reactive, very little dead zone in them at all, if at all. You've got the cutout for the D-pad, so you've got 4 directions. It's still that rocker style of D-pad. It's not the 4 individual buttons like on a PlayStation controller, it's more the rocker style. I prefer 4 separate buttons, but that's completely personal preference. On the whole, it feels nice. The latency on it is fantastic. The build quality is there. It feels nice and strong and rugged in your hands. Everything works exactly how it should. This is a nice, simple controller. There's not a massive amount of frills with it, and I think that's its biggest selling point. You plug it in and it works. There is one thing with this that lets it down a lot for me, and I'm going to show you what it is. It boasts a tri-mode connection, wired, 2.4 gig and Bluetooth, but the cable for wired is only 1 meter long. So if you want to use this wired with your computer for whatever reason, whether it's latency, battery, whatever it is, your cable's really, really short. My computer is next to me and I struggle to comfortably sit with the controller plugged in via cable, and it is right next to me. If your computer's on the floor or it's tucked behind a monitor, this isn't going to reach, and that's such a shame. And whilst, yeah, you could use a third-party cable, which is absolutely fine, but you're not going to find a third-party cable that's the same colour green as the controller like this is. So it really fits nice to the aesthetic. If the cable was a little bit longer, you could route it, hide it if you wanted to, or you could display it wherever you keep your controller. You can have it plugged in. This controller has got quite a wide variety of specs that are interesting and very, very positive. There's a few things that are a little bit odd that I'll come to in a minute. But first, the controller boasts the functionality you'd expect from a controller. It's got triggers, bumpers, space buttons, D-pad, 2 analog sticks, vibration function, and it can be controlled through 2.4 GHz, Bluetooth and wired. Awesome. It's got Hall effect joysticks, Hall effect triggers, which is fantastic. The travel distance on the triggers isn't the longest, but from testing it out, you do get that variable control of accelerating slowly and then it maxing out once you fully compress it, as you'd expect with any controller. It also boasts 1000 Hz polling rate across wired and 2.4 GHz, which is great. On Bluetooth, it's going to be much lower than that. I think it caps out at about 125, but that's a very good polling rate for a controller in wired or 2.4 gigahertz. You get 2 extra buttons on this controller, L4 and R4. Really disappointed that this controller doesn't have software support like the Ultimate 2 controller does. The Ultimate 2C, which as far as I can tell is a cut down version of the Ultimate 2. It's a much cheaper price point, but you get very similar functionality. It hasn't got software support, so you can only remap these buttons on the controller. You can't assign any macros to it, and the only buttons that you can assign these shoulder buttons to are buttons that are on the controller, which whilst that's fine and it is still functionality, you can still remap one of the face buttons to one of the bumpers and it might be a little bit easier for you to press. I was really disappointed that the same software from the Ultimate 2 is not usable on the Ultimate 2C. I would have liked to have seen that functionality if I'm honest. That being said, it's a great controller. It is responsive. Every button works exactly how it should. You've got tri-mode connection, granted with a very short cable. Let's talk about the price, because this is essentially a cut down version of the Ultimate 2. And because of that, you also have a cut down price. Now at the time of filming, this is just over £26 on Amazon. It'll be linked down below. I'll be honest, if you've got £30 to spend on a controller and you want something that's just plug and play, no frills, no issues, just works, this could be a fantastic choice. Under £30, Hall effect triggers, Hall effect joystick, USB-C, 2.4 gigahertz dongle, and it looks awesome. This would be my pick. Any controller under £30, this would probably be the one that I'd pick. But would I choose this over the Ultimate 2, considering the increased price? Personally, for an extra £20–25, you can get the Ultimate 2, which has got back paddles, which has got software support, which comes with a charging dock, so you never ever have to worry about your battery life. You've got macro functionality. You can remap near enough any button on it to whatever you want through that software. You've got trigger adjustability from analog to linear, which is awesome. Like, it's not a functionality I'm going to use all the time, but the fact that you have the option is ace. For me, I'd spend the extra money and I'd get the Ultimate 2. But if you've only got £30 or under to spend, for under £30, it's a damn good controller. It really is. And it just works. Every game, just boop, off we go. I'll keep using the Ultimate 2C for the next couple of weeks and see how I get on, and I'll put some kind of post on social media or on YouTube's community page, whatever it is, to give people an update. But for £30, that is a damn good controller that I could highly recommend to anyone. Whether you're a sofa gamer that needs a controller, whether you just use controller for racing games or games like Rocket League or even RPGs, this is awesome. Under £30. To get this level of functionality and this level of quality. The build quality is fantastic on it. It's so rigid. It's lightweight. Hall effect triggers. Hall effect thumbsticks. It's just so responsive and so nice to use. It feels amazing in the hand. Well done 8bitdo. You've absolutely smashed it with this. It's not all positive. There's a couple of downsides, but well done. I love this controller. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, everything that helps us out. I appreciate you massively, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.